Hi neighbor, I'm Connor Gant. On today's episode, I learned what it takes to be in an a cappella group, create a science demonstration that will blow your mind, and Juliet and I go to the Jones house for the Thursday night jam session. All that and more right now on Hi Neighbor. What pops into your head when you think about an a cappella group? Probably Anna Kendrick singing with the Barden Bellas and Pitch Perfect. But what does it take to be in a real a cappella group? Here with me now, I have Jillian Sykes and Savannah Watts from the all-female a cappella group Ear Candy. Ladies, how are you guys doing today?
Hey, good. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for joining us. So, what is the process of taking an a cappella or making an a cappella song? Excuse me.
It is a process,
Yeah.
like you said. A lot of other groups on campus use sheet music. Something that Ear Candy does specifically is we learn by rote, which is just learning by ear. So our music director just pushes everything together in GarageBand, lots of do's and da's and ahs. And with that, we divide it up into our vocal parts, and then we break off into sectionals. And once we feel like we're confident in our sectionals, we just put it all together and hope that it works. And when it does,
So I've heard you guys before, and y'all have a lot of talent in your group.
thank you.
How did you both get into singing?
Actually, my mom is a high school chorus teacher, so singing has always been something that I grew up doing in the church, at school, and then I came here and got hooked into Ear Candy.
Very cool.
I guess same as well. Ever since I was young, my dad actually went to App and majored in music. So music has been in my family for forever, and it's just a really fun thing since I'm not majoring in it. It's a nice little thing to do on the side.
So you don't major in it, but you take majors from all over campus.
Oh
be in
yeah,
your
we have cellular, molecular biology
Wow.
majors, we have education majors, we have a music therapy major, so it's like a lot of different ones, and then we just have this passion for singing, so we just join together and make some music.
Very cool. So for those of people who don't know, what sets an a cappella group apart from a regular music group?
Oh, everything's done with our voices. So all of the beats that you would usually get from drums or guitars or piano is done just by vocal cords that we
percussion and-
use. Yeah.
Beatboxing is a huge thing, which is really hard. Savannah and I both try
Terrible.
and fail miserably, but I'd say listening and blending is really important, and just matching tones and pitches with other people. A lot of other musical groups don't really have to think about that as much because they have their guitar, piano, drums and stuff that back them up, but it's really important for us to like listen and make sure that we're on the same page with one another.
So I hear you guys have an event coming up that you're going to perform at. It's called Acapocalypse. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Acapocalypse is a spring showcase of all of the new stuff that all of the groups have been working on. All 9 a cappella groups will be there, and we'll each sing 3 songs. Some of them are senior songs that people will be doing as their last
hurrah.
last
Bye.
big song. But other than that, it's not a competition like the one in the fall, but it's just a low-key chance for everybody to showcase what they've been working on.
And we raise money for different charities, and it's also 90s themed. So each group had to pick one song to arrange and perform to fit that theme.
So before we go, what day is Acapocalypse?
It is April 8th.
What time? You guys know?
8.
At night.
Oh, it's at night.
At night?
It is at night.
And
If you follow Ear Candy on all of the social media,
you'll have it there.
it will be there.
Coming up, Appalachian's resident science man, Jeff Goodman, will be here to teach me about the magic of science. Stay tuned. Jeff Goodman is a professor here at Appalachian's Wright College of Education. He's also well known for his mind-blowing science demonstrations, also on last season of Hi Neighbor with former host Olivia Abrams. Professor Goodman, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Connor?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's great.
So first off, tell us a little bit why you aren't wearing a white coat.
Yeah, people always expect somebody coming on to do a science experiment is going to be wearing a white coat, like a lab coat. I never went for the lab coat. I don't know, it sort of puts a border between you and other people, like you're somehow special. I'm not special. You're a scientist. We're all scientists.
Yeah.
Every time we cook something, we're a scientist. We're citizens. We got to know about the world, right?
Right. Absolutely, yeah.
No, that's my mission, right? Well,
Yeah.
climate change is something that people need to know about.
Yeah.
Health, genetic engineering, these are things that people need to understand. You can't understand it without science. You're a scientist, I'm a scientist. We hope everybody will be one.
I hope so too. Now, can you tell us a little bit how your interest in science began?
Well, my dad was a scientist, and I love looking at the world. I'm intrigued by how the world works. The plant, or your watch, or even the fabric your coat's made out of. Each one of those things is something we could look at. Today, we're going to be tying into what we just saw from the a cappella group, because we're going to talk about the science of sound.
Well, I'm excited to learn about it.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So I've got this mirror here,
Okay.
and let me just clean it off a little bit.
Okay.
Get it nice and clean. I'm gonna spin a coin on it.
All right.
Okay. And I want you to make a guess here. You're hearing my yodeling pickle down there. I got a yodeling pickle. I'm
Do
gonna
you?
show you in a minute. Yeah.
I'm anxious to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
So if you hear a yodeling pickle, just don't worry about it. That's all right. Okay. So I'm gonna spin this coin. How long do you think it's gonna last?
Maybe 10 seconds.
Okay. Let's listen. I'm looking at your watch. Ready? When it gets half past, and go. Okay. 2, 3. All right, and stop. You were just about right. That's about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Why did it stop? I mean, it was moving. How come it stopped?
Maybe it lost inertia turning in a circle?
Yeah. Well, okay, but there's this thing like energy never disappears. That's a big principle in science, right?
Right.
Energy never disappears. So if energy never disappears, where did the energy go?
That is a good question.
Right, it's a good
Yeah.
question, right? Well, I'll give you a hint. Sound is a kind of energy.
Oh,
Okay? So
yeah.
some of the energy is coming out of sound. That's why my yodeling pickle, this has to have batteries for it to work, right?
Right.
For it to yodel, I need batteries. If it didn't have batteries, no yodeling.
Right, just be a pickle.
Right. In fact, right now, if I were to go yodel-yoo-hoo, if I were to be the yodeling pickle, where am I getting my energy from?
What you ate earlier for
What
lunch?
I ate earlier. In
Yeah.
fact, you are hearing right now, you're hearing my lunch.
Yeah.
Warming up your eardrums, okay? And
Sounds
so
good.
it's motion. Sound is a kind of motion. It's kind of kinetic energy. It's vibration, right? All right, you can hear that, right?
I can, yeah.
Okay. So you can tell that it's a kind of motion energy. Watch. Now, right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you can see that thing is moving, and it got us all both a little wet. That's all right.
right.
That's all right.
Need a little
Science is a
efficient.
little messy, Okay, so now here's my question for you. We know that this thing made some sound when it
Right.
came off. I gave it some energy. Sound came off. That's where the energy went. Warmed up your eardrums.
Right.
Okay. So how about this big coin?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Spin longer or shorter? What do you think?
I think a little longer.
A little longer. Okay. How much longer?
Maybe 30 seconds.
Maybe 30 seconds. Why do you think that?
Because it has more, maybe it's carrying more energy to give out.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so let's try it. So here it is, and I'm just going to spin it. Okay. And now, right now, you are in fact hearing my lunch. That is my lunch right there, coming out.
You spun it.
spun it.
Yeah.
But then I spun the other thing, and this is clearly lasting a lot longer. So why does it have more energy? You said it had more energy to give out.
Maybe because it has more mass. That's what I'm leaning towards. It's a
So
little bigger.
why would it having more mass matter?
Because
Right?
it has more energy to give off.
Oh yeah, okay, this is good. No, but notice what we're doing. We're talking
Right.
back and forth. I'm asking you questions. You're thinking. This is what scientists do. They just ask questions about the world.
Right, and try to find answers.
Right, and don't you feel engaged? I mean, I know
do.
you're on TV and you're thinking, okay, I'm on TV. I'm supposed to look smart or whatever. But it doesn't matter. We can look stupid.
I like it.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Who isn't amazed by it? It's still, look at what it's doing.
it's been a while.
Yeah. I didn't look at your watch to get exactly. Now listen to it.
Wow. That's
Now,
really-
here, take it in your hand. What do you notice?
It's got some mass to it.
It's got some
heavy.
mass to it,
Yeah.
right? So it takes a whole lot more of my lunch
Just spin it.
to turn this thing on its edge. This one, whoop.
Yeah.
Now, you could say, but didn't you spin it? Yeah, it's true, but I don't even need to spin it. Watch this. I'm just going to knock it over. Now, remember, I gave it some energy. It's in the form of potential energy. You have the potential, young disc, to fall down and give us some sound to warm up our eardrums. Our eardrums are cold. Let's warm them up.
Let's do it.
Even without spinning it. That won't go quite as long, so I didn't give it quite as much energy. But I stood it up, and that took the energy. It held the energy there.
Yeah.
So this is showing us the transfer of really solar energy into sound. Now, why solar energy? Well, I had a deviled egg for lunch.
Ah.
Sun to corn. How does the sun get the corn? photosynthesis. Corn, but it combines the molecules into starch. Chicken eats the corn. Now the sun's energy is in the chicken. Chicken lays the egg. It's in the egg. Egg goes to Jeff. Jeff goes.
Jeff had a chicken. Yeah.
And then it's stored there, potential energy until I knock it over. And then the sun has warmed up your ears indirectly through the chain of energy.
That's magical. I like it.
For real. We're not even putting it on for TV. This is for real.
Professor Goodman, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Stick around because next time, or after the break, we'll have the Jones House Thursday Night Jam session. Stay tuned. Welcome back, neighbor. Juliet Deanza and I visited the Jones House to learn more about the weekly Thursday Night Jam session. Check it out. Tonight we're at the Thursday Night Jam session here at the Jones House from 7 to 11. Juliet, you ready to go listen to some good music?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
Let's go see what we've got.
Hi neighbor, I'm here with Mark Freed, and tonight he's the organizer of the jam session here at the Jones House. Now Mark, when I went into your office I did see a few instruments on your wall. So are you going to be participating tonight at all?
I might. It's often, sometimes I listen, sometimes I play, sometimes, a little bit of both. It's one nice thing about the jams, you can come and participate if you're a musician, or you can come and just listen if you like, walk right up behind the group and get right in there.
Now I was talking to a gentleman over there during the jam sesh, and he said that he enjoys clogging sometimes. So is there dancing that occurs?
Sometimes that'll sort of just break out, spontaneously. You have some spontaneous dancing that can happen for sure. That's another great thing about the jam session is people aren't paid to come and play. It's just people who like to play music and enjoy this stuff and passing it on. So every week's different. So whoever shows up, whatever tunes they want to play, whatever key they want to play in. If somebody shows up and they feel like dancing, they're more than welcome to do it. Occasionally we've even had a caller come and call square dance in the middle gallery.
That's great.
So, you sort of never know what might happen.
Now, for those students and residents who don't know exactly what the Jones House is, how did the Jones House come to its place in doing it?
Sure. The house was built by Dr. Jones. Built it in, let's see, the date's behind us here on the plaque, 1908. I should probably know that off the top of my head. But in 1908, the house was built. He was one of the early doctors who practiced in Boone. And when they saw next door on the other side of the street, used to be where the Daniel Boone Hotel was, and that was the big sort of social hop in downtown Boone. And it got sort of run down, and eventually it was torn down, and those big brick condominiums were put up. And when Maisie Jones, the daughter of Dr. Jones, saw that happen, they didn't want to see that be the future of their house here. So they sold it to the town of Boone with a deed restriction that it become a community center, and that deed restriction has come and gone more than 10 years ago. The town has kept it up as such. So we have a lot going on. It's a pretty healthy and active community center.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
As long as you're not music.
Well, Connor and I had so much fun tonight at the Jones House. I definitely danced my heart out.
Connor tried to dance his heart out tonight.
I gave it a good college effort. We'd like to thank today's guests, Jeff Goodman and Ear Candy. Thank you so much for joining us on today's show.
And you can find web extras and more on our Facebook or Twitter at AppTVHN.
I'm Connor Gant.
And I'm Juliet Deanza. Bye, neighbor.